So good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Vikram, and today again we have very special guest with us. First lecture would be from Dr. Vivek Mathur, and he'll be talking about some of the lower limb sports injury, which may be related to hip and coccyx and similar like that. And after that, we are going to have a talk from Dr. Farasat Hussain. So we have a very special speaker with us, Dr. Vivek Mathur. Dr. Vivek Mathur is MBBS from Government Medical College Kanpur from 1987 batch. He did his post-graduation in sports medicine from National Institute of Sports at Patiala and PhD from GNDU Amritsar. He has worked with Indian national athlete, judo and wrestling teams. He accompanied Indian police contingent for World Police and Fire Games held at Virginia, USA in 2015 and China in 2019. He has many sports medicine certifications. He has been awarded President Police Medal for meritorious service and Union Home Minister Utkrisht Seva Medal in 2020. Presently serving as Squadron Commander in Indian Elite Force NSG at Manesar. So, Dr. Vivek Mathur, we welcome you here to present your talk. Now, all yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vikram. And I really feel honored that you have called me and invited me for giving me chance to interact with so many people. And I attended the opening session also on 4th, and I think more than 100 attendance was there. And it's very good, especially the webinar concept. And I really appreciate your efforts, Dr. Vikram. Thank you very much. So today my topic is sports injury to the lower limb. Before I start, I just want to ask whether as I attended yesterday also, the combination of Hindi English is sufficient and good enough to communicate the things, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah. So as we discussed yesterday, Dr. Vikram and Dr. Rahul Upadhyay, they have covered knee and foot and ankle part. So I will not repeat the same things. I will take certain rare problems जिनको हम एड्रेस नहीं करते हैं डे टू डे लाइफ में हम लोग उसको निगलेक्ट करते हैं उसको मैंने थोड़ा सा कोशिश किया है आज टच करने का एंड लोअर लिम्ब की इंजरी की बात करें हम तो ये इंक्लूड करेगा आपका राइट फ्रॉम हिप जॉइंट टू ग्रोइंस एरिया एंड नी जॉइंट एंड शिन bone and calf muscles, foot and ankle joint, out of which many important aspects have been already covered yesterday, like knee joint में आपका ACL, PCL, lateral collateral, medial collateral injury के बारे में कल डॉक्टर विक्रम साहब ने बताया, meniscus के बारे में बहुत अच्छा कोई डिस्कशन हुआ, क्रॉस क्वेश्चन भी आए, एंड काफ मसल्स के बारे में डॉक्टर राहुल ने बताया था कि आपका जो टेनिस लेग होता है जैसे टेनिस एल्बो होता है वैसे टेनिस लेग के बारे में कल डिस्कशन हुआ और कुछ स्लैटर के बारे में सर ने बताया है कि एक सेपरेट सेशन है कंड्रोमलेशिया पेटले के बारे में डॉक्टर विक्रम ने कल बहुत अच्छा डिस्क्राइब किया है फुट एंकल के अपने एक्सपर्ट थे डॉक्टर राहुल तो मैं इनको थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करते हुए बिकॉज इट्स अ वास्ट एरिया lower limb incorporates many disorders so I am just touching the other things which have been not covered so far. We can go initially. I presume that all our attendee audience is from either student, physios, and as well as coaches. So from coaches' point of view and some other newcomers in this field, I would like to repeat the hip joint important anatomy landmarks. Then I will talk about the hip adduction strain, hip flexor strain, coccyx जो बताया tailbone की injury के बारे में, and stress fracture, lower limb में femur and pelvis का stress fracture, eversion fracture, osteitis pubis, trochanteric bursitis, groin strain, quadriceps contusion, myositis ossificans, quadriceps strain, hamstring strain, and few dislocations include hip dislocation and knee dislocation. I think that will cover my time allotted to me that is 40-45 minutes. And this area is also not, this time is also not sufficient. As you know that hip and thigh, it is very important part from where our thorax and abdomen ends, and the lower lower limbs start. In all sporting activities, when we run, when we jump, all thrust comes upon the lower limbs. Especially it transmits, we call it GRF, the ground reaction force. जिस थ्रस्ट से हम जमीन पे जंप करते हैं या मारते हैं ग्राउंड को, उतना ही उसका अपोजिट हमें ग्राउंड रिएक्शन फोर्स मिलता है, और वो ट्रांसमिट होता है हमें एंकल जॉइंट, नी जॉइंट और हिप जॉइंट के द्वारा. तो हमारे इन जॉइंट्स का मजबूत होना और फिट होना बहुत आवश्यक है, बिकॉज जब पेन स्टार्ट होता है, मेनी pelvic and lower disorder refer pain, we are confused the pain is coming from which location, because there is many chances are referred pain is there. So at the time जो थेरेपिस्ट हैं उनको आवश्यक है कि वो एक फिजिकल एग्जामिनेशन और विजुअल एग्जामिनेशन साथ साथ करें और उसको एसेस करने के बाद में ही कोई डिसीजन लें. समटाइम्स यू नीड इन्वेस्टिगेशन लाइक MRI, X-ray, or sometimes you can judge, assess clinically by examining clinically also. So broadly, you can classify the injuries into two parts, as we already discussed earlier: soft tissue injury and bony injury. Another classification is the acute injury and overuse injury. This is again the classification. Many problems is because of the overuse injuries. And acute comes under the fracture and sometimes ligament tear. Now, before going through the further part of the lecture, I would like to discuss, refresh the anatomy part as far as the bones and muscles are concerned before going for some details. The thigh bone is known as the femur. It is the strongest and longest bone of the body, we all know. And the pelvis contains the two ossa coxae and sacrum and the coccyx. Coccyx is very important because it is as far as concerned, hip is formed by the articulation of the femoral head and now the joint, hip joint. The anterior thigh, very important. All physios know the importance. The quadriceps muscle group, which formed by the four muscles: vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, rectus femoris, and vastus lateralis. When we talk about the sports injuries, we always talk about the quadriceps strengthening, quadriceps strain, quadriceps contusion. So we must know the composition of all these muscles. And the posterior, when we talk about the posterior part of the thigh, it includes the three muscles, hamstring, composed of biceps, femoris, semitendinosus, and semimembranous. These are important as far as the balance is concerned. 60-40 strength ratio is recommended to avoid any injury of the hamstring and quadriceps. Now the medial thigh, they are also known as the adductor group, which adducts your hip joint, which is composed of 5 muscles. Any problem? Please mute the mic. The muscle group, adductor group, has the 5 gracilis, pectineus, adductor magnus, adductor longus, adductor brevis. These are very important when injury is there, and we have to approach the right muscle for the ultrasound therapy or physiotherapy and for strengthening purpose also. And muscle anterior hip includes the iliacus and psoas major. When it goes down and attaches to the lesser trochanter area, is become the iliopsoas. Now the posterior hip, it has lot many muscles, including the small and large muscles, and these are the name of the different muscles which I have described here. Now, the hip joint movement is very important in any physical activity, sporting activity. Generally, when we walk, when we run, when we jump, when we kick the football, our different these are the movements which involves the internal rotation, external rotation, flexion, extension, adduction, abduction, and the muscle responsible I have mentioned here. So it is very important to understand the concerned muscle before treating any correlated problem. These are the 6 important movements as I discussed: flexion, extension, hypertension, extension. When we take a shot and when we kick the football, we sometimes do the hyperextension also. Abduction, adduction, and lateral rotation, medial rotation, the 2 type of rotations. The muscle responsible for the hip inside rotation is gluteus minimus. And how to examine it? I have mentioned here the examination part of the gluteus minimus, and this is very commonly explained. The muscle responsible for hip external rotation are these: piriformis, superior gemellus, and inferior gemellus, obturator, external, internus, and quadratus femoris. These are important muscles responsible for the hip external rotation. These are the flexion muscles, and these are the hip extension muscles. Now hip abduction, when you talk about hip, the symptom is sudden pain felt around the groin during the activity, localized pain. Possible discoloration is there when you visually examine the patient. Palpable dip may be felt in the muscle, and there is a restricted range of motion. Pain with active and resisted muscle action. When you put the resistance, there will be pain. These are the criteria to assess, and the treatment is simple. We call it the PRICE, the gold standard of the treatment of the soft tissue injury. The PRICE is, that is, protection, the protect the injured part, rest the injured part, ice, local icing, compression, and elevation during the initial acute phase, restoring the strength later on, and ensuring that proprioception has been restored with 3rd degree. Sometimes surgery is also required. That you have to assess after taking the MRI also, before declaring the player fit for the return to sports. Yeah, these involve the 4 muscles, especially rectus femoris, sartorius, and sternum. And this is caused injury most frequently occurs result of restiveness with flexion, especially in the basketball and other volleyball game. There is a strenuous hip flexion is there, and such as when kicking a ball, and it may also occur when overstretching the muscles. The pain at the front of the hip is a typical symptom, and pain is made worse by raising the thigh against the resistance. This is the type of examination required to be done by the physio, and stretching these muscles may cause pain. The tenderness is more likely to indicate a rectus femoris injury. Swelling and bruising may occur in severe cases. Again, the treatment is PRICE, which includes the protection and rest of the injured part. Once again, free to do so, start gentle hip flexor stretches. Isometric contraction is recommended. Strengthening may begin after a week time, depending upon the severity and pain threshold. This can be progressed provided they are pain-free. Now we talk about the coccyx. The small tailbone is very important when we fall on the sitting position. Coccyx or the tailbone is triangular in the bony structure located at the bottom of the vertebral column. And it is composed of the 3 to 5 bony segments which are held by joints and many ligaments. It is a majority of the coccyx injuries occur in female because they have the broader pelvis. Coccyx injury results in pain and discomfort in the tailbone. The condition is called coccydynia. These injuries may result bruises there and discoloration, fracture of the coccyx. Although it is very slow to heal because of the poor blood supply. and sometimes surgery is required, but majority of the time conservative treatment is only recommended. Such type of fall, see my cursor, in any sporting game or even in any daily activity at house also, it will result in the tailbone injury or tailbone fracture. It is also during the pregnancy and during the delivery. It has been seen. Depends upon the fat condition and the obese person. It is very common in the delivery also. Most tailbone injuries are caused by the trauma to the coccyx directly when there is a thrust either outside or the fall on the sitting position. Direct blow to the tailbone, such as those occur during the contact sports, can injure the coccyx. Coccyx can be injured or fractured during the childbirth, as I already told you. It is very common in cycling and rowing game. Sometimes the cause of coccyx injury is not known, etiogenic. The player will not give any exact history, and he may have the coccyx injury. Less common cause of the coccyx injury include the bone spur, compression of the nerve roots, injuries to the other part of the local infection and tumors. What will be the symptom? There will be localized pain, tenderness when we touch the coccyx part, in the tail, that is the tailbone part. If the injury is traumatic, a small bruise is there, and you can observe visually also. The pain is generally worse when sitting for prolonged period or with direct pressure to the tailbone area. The typical patient will give the history of the bowel movement, altered bowel movement, and straining after painful or also painful. What is recommended? Generally, the complete bed rest is recommended. Ice pack application is required to be given. The ideal means is 15 to 20 minutes, at least 3 to 4 times in a day. 15 to 20 minutes ice pack, minimum 3 to 4 times in a day. Use of round cushion for the sitting. Avoid long hours of sitting. Seek ortho surgeon opinion also if the symptoms do not subside. Now we talk about the hip pointer. Falling on the hip or the trauma. Soft tissue is pinched against the bone. That is the hip pointer. We call it loss of the function, pain, swelling, brushing. That is part involves the iliac crest, muscle guarding the transitory paralysis, pain with the hip flexion or the abdominal rotation. When there is a movement of the abdominal rotation, and when you flex the hip, there will be pain. One minute. Yeah. X-ray is required to rule out any type of fracture, whether a small chip fracture or avulsion fracture is there. And weight bearing as tolerated is important to note. Icing is again important. No hot fermentation is recommended, and if required, depends upon the pain level. Anti-inflammatory diseases (NSAID) is recommended. This is the area affected during the this iliac crest. First on the iliac crest on the ground, direct hit. Snapping hip syndrome. It is characterized by the iliotibial snapping over the greater trochanter, felt when the hip is flexed and extended. An overuse injury. It is higher occurrence in the activities that involve repetitive hip flexion and extension, such as the dance, saucer, gymnast, and running. More common again in the female because of the pelvic broad pelvis and occurrence of the sometimes the Q angle. Onset of the snapping, the pain located laterally, and the snapping sound is audible during the movement of the hip joint. These patients may describe a sense that the hip is dislocating. Patient will say, like the ACL patient says कि मेरा पैर निकला जा रहा है, वैसे ही इस केस में स्नैपिक हिप सिंड्रोम के केस में पेशेंट कहेगा मेरा हिप डिसलोकेट हो रहा है. Treatment part is again the RICE, that is rest, ice, compression, elevation, and NSAID drugs, and physiotherapy. Sometimes injections are required, rarely require the surgery. When we talk about the acute femoral fracture, it is the acute injury caused by the direct trauma or fall from the great height when you land from the great height, or direct thud over the thigh bone. Usually in the middle of the bone shaft, middle part, and characterized by severe pain, deformity, bone displacement, may be open, may be closed, and there is a typical shortening of the thigh, loss of function, immediate swelling, and discoloration. Special attention and care is required on field, whosoever the doctor or physio is attending, not to damage further. The patient needs the splinting. Further, to prevent any movement, it should be immobilized, one joint up and one joint down. Secure emergency medical services. We have to call, arrange the emergency evacuation, and this injury can be life-threatening because of the sometimes blood pooling in the thigh. So acute femoral fracture should be taken very seriously, and without a delay, the patient has to be evacuated to nearby emergency medical services. Yeah, stress fracture. When we talk about the stress fracture, it is not the acute one, and not developed overnight because of the poor running methods, poor technique, poor footwear, and poor landing. You will develop this type of fracture in our forces, uniform services. When the recruits undergo the training, the most of the case I have seen the stress fracture. Stress fracture is very common in the basic training of the service personnel. It is caused, as I told you, caused by the repetitively exercise of the same type of drill, and that is why the forces we filter while the recruiting the person. We avoid taking the knock knee, flat foot, and Q angle. Various aspects measured, and person is declared unfit for the uniform services because he will not be able to sustain the rigorous physical training. The same way, the athlete who is not following any coach advice and training himself may have the wrong technique and develop the stress fracture. As well as the nutritional aspect is very important. The nutritional part, if he is not having the sufficient calcium and other nutritional aspects fulfilled, he will develop the stress fracture. Female athletes with a lower estrogen level due to menstrual irregularities are more prone to this injury because of this hormonal disbalance. It is also characterized by constant increasing severe pain, occur most often in the femoral neck. Patient आएगा और कहेगा कि मेरे को femoral neck की तरफ point out करके उंगली से वो बताता है कि मेरे को यहाँ दर्द हो रहा है. And when we take the X-ray, old traditional X-ray will not be able to identify. You need a clear digital X-ray to identify this radiologically the stress fracture. Treatment, again, the rest is very important, and we cannot substitute the rest with any medication or physio. Here the problem sometimes when the person or player has the international event and he cannot be given the rest, and then the problem is there. And because rest is very important for recovery from the stress fracture. A limited weight bearing, we have to start gradually as per the recovery. Range of motion is strengthening. Again, the controlled manner. Repeat X-ray after 2 weeks, because X-ray is what shows that day is not the actual picture of that day. It is not the same correlate. You cannot correlate same day. And the healing or the lack of thereof, the observing repeated follow by X-ray is very important. Diet has also important role, and rest has the most important role. Now this is the acute pelvic fracture. This is again the direct thrust while in any contact sports is very common in football also, and the pain will be severe pain. Patient will not able to stand up. Immediate treated for the shock, because maybe dearrangement of the internal organs and bleeding may be there. तो पल्स आपको एग्जामिन करनी है, पेशेंट का ब्लड प्रेशर मॉनिटर करना है, वाइटल्स देखने हैं और इमोबिलाइज करना है. In any complete fracture, immobilization is very important on field, because if a patient is not evacuated properly from field to hospital, it will further damage other than the that particular injury. Pelvic stress fracture is an overuse injury, again because of the wrong techniques, wrong landing, wrong type of running. You will develop repeated abnormal overuse forces, which will create the pelvic stress fracture. The sign and symptom is groin pain, aching thigh pain, increase with activity and decrease with the rest. When the patient comes to you and says, जब मुझे आराम मिल जाता है, मैं आराम करता हूँ, रेस्ट करता हूँ तो मुझे आराम होता है, और जैसे ही मैं कुछ एक्टिविटी करता हूँ तो मुझे पेन होता है, और sometimes pinpoint tenderness is there. That means there is a stress fracture which may not be visible in the X-ray. So rest is required, because sometimes in the area where the poor blood supply is there, you need more rest to recover as compared to the normal healthy bone. Avulsion fracture, very again common. Sudden forceful contraction of the muscles. You know the muscle attachment part is there when bones are not very strong, bone mass density is not up to the mark, and muscles are well developed. Forceful contraction will cause avulsion of the bone chip. The sudden localized pain will be there, limited movement, restricted range of motion, swelling will be there, point tenderness, and visible brushing is there. Management part is rest, limited activity, gradual exercises depending on the muscle group involved. Surgery may be required to repair, depends upon the condition, grade 1, grade 2, or grade 3. Osteitis pubis. These are the area and covering which is often neglected by a doctor, by the physios also, and patients come with the problem and treated for some other ailments. Osteitis pubis is very common nowadays. It is non-infectious inflammation of the symbiosis pubis. The repetitive stress, it is again the overuse injury caused by the pull of the muscles caused by chronic inflammation. Common in distance running, saucer, wrestling, sometimes in cycling also. Sign and symptoms: pain with running, sit-ups, squats, pain directly over symbiosis pubis and groin area. What is required to be taken care? Rest, anti-inflammatory drugs, gradual return to the play, and no ultrasound. Very important to note, no ultrasound is required to do locally. Trochanteric bursitis is very common. Lateral aspect of the hip joint, patient will come and complain the pain during the movement, during the walk or run. There is a lateral side pain, trochanteric bursitis. Direct blow of greater trochanter overuse. It both sometimes due to fall or sometimes due to overuse injury. There will be swelling, pain, decreased range of motion. Point tenderness is a typical symptom. Again, the treatment part is price, padding of the local part, stretching, strengthening, and NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug if required. Now come to the groin strain, very common. Typical picture you will see like this. The patient comes, such type of strain. The cause is overextension, running, jumping, twisting with external rotator, poor strength and flexibility. The movement, the various actions we are talking about is very common in all active sports, running, jumping and twisting. There will be a pain, weakness. Patient will show the weakness in particular lower limb. There will be swelling and limited range of motion. Again, the care will be the price. Crutches if required. There is no weight bearing, poor pain during the weight bearing. While doing the daily activities, crutches may be provided. Light stretching exercises, wrap the injured part, X-ray to rule out any more serious injury or fracture point. Such type of padding is required. It can be grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, that means mild, moderate, or severe, generally caused by the traumatic blow over the quadriceps muscle group. It is characterized by the severe pain, muscle weakness, limping. Patient will not able to walk properly, and every type of movement will be restricted, painful. There will be swelling and discoloration. Treatment, as I told you, the price. And knee flexion condition में cryotherapy, the ice should be applied in knee flex condition. Now the point is quadriceps contusion. When there is a direct blow during the contact sports like football, there will be quadriceps contusion. Myositis ossificans is also again very common, caused by the severe blow or repeated blow to the specific area. This trauma results in ectopic bone formation in the muscle tissues, cause a disruption of the muscle fiber, blood vessels, connective tissue and bone periosteum can be seen in X-ray very easily after the 2 to 4 weeks time gap. Treat contusion gently and not vigorously, may require surgical removal. Now the piriformis syndrome. People are confused with the sciatica. It's very common in the players cause sciatic nerve is compressed or irritated by the tightness of the muscle or the muscle spasm. You see in this photograph, this is passing through the sciatic nerve is passing beneath the piriformis muscle group. It can mimic the sciatica. The symptoms will be pain, numbness, tingling from the buttock to the below knee, the whole area. Pain may worsen with the long bouts of the climbing stairs, walking or running. Management part is stretching, massage, anti-inflammatory drugs, cessation of the particular activity जिनसे ये होता है, physiotherapy, core muscle group strengthening. Hip sprain. It's again very common, but not get the proper attention. May result from the violent twist caused by the impact with another player or the forceful contact. Sign and symptoms: inability to circumduct the thigh, pain, swelling, brushing. X-ray is required to rule out any fracture. Again, the treatment protocol is price, weight bearing as tolerated, physiotherapy for range of motion and further strengthening before return to sports. Quadriceps strain is very common. It's very common in the weightlifting as well as in wrestling also. Caused by sudden stretch or the sudden contraction. Rectus femoris is the most commonly strained muscle in this group. Characterized by the pain, point tenderness, spasm, loss of function, decreased range of motion, discoloration, and edema. Again, treatment protocol is price, protect, rest, ice, compression, elevation, gentle stretching, strengthening, and wrap for the support with the ice. Can be grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, depends upon the surgical management. If it is the grade 3 tier is there. Hamstring strain, just opposite the quadriceps strain, caused by the quick change from the knee stabilization to extension of hip, could also be caused by muscle fatigue. When you have the, like the yesterday Dr. Vikram told about DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, it can be results when patient is not used to for a long walk or long running, and the weekend recreational sports person develop this hamstring strain, characterized by the pain, point tenderness, spasm, loss of function, decreased range of motion, discoloration. Again, the treatment protocol, the standard gold standard price, gentle stretching, strengthening, can be grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Now we talk about the dislocations. Many dislocations in the body part, like shoulder, elbow, but I will just go through the lower body part. Number 1, hip dislocation. The cause, rare, it is not so common. That means certainly a big thrust is required to dislocate the hip. Traumatic force along the long axis of the femur, acid falling on her side, like in this photograph shown. Flat, adducted or internally rotated thigh. Palpable deformity, often associated with the fracture, nerve and arterial damage may also occur. So evacuation part is again very important. Care, immediate referral to the medical emergency. Immobilization of 2 weeks after reduction. Crutches is required for the weight bearing purpose. Posterior hip dislocation presents more serious problems such as paralysis because of the spinal cord involvement. These are the certain photographs, very common, which results in the dislocated hip. The anatomical part, if we talk about the posterior dislocation and anterior dislocation. In posterior part, more damage is there. Hip dislocation, urgent reduction is mandatory to avoid avascular necrosis. AVN is very common in the femur neck. Avascular necrosis is a cause of death of the segment of the particular part of the bone because of the poor blood supply. So we have to avoid AVN, and immediate management is required and surgical intervention is required. Early diagnosis and prompt reduction is recommended on field with proper experience and proper guidance. Important to recognize associated fracture, inadequate reduction. We have to assess whether कोई fracture तो नहीं है या reduction proper हुआ है कि inadequate हुआ है. Advanced imaging may be necessary. Approach should not be further compromised blood supply. Avascular necrosis, delay in reduction, high energy mechanism, and these are the very risky in the older age group. This factor is older age group. Now we talk about the knee dislocation. 4 types: anterior, posterior, lateral, medial, or rotational. These 4 types of knee dislocations, and you will see such type of picture on field when you go and attend the patient, the player. Posterior cruciate ligament, anterior cruciate ligament, and LCL, MCL. It is observed that out of these 4 important part of the ligament knee joint, ACL, PCL, MCL, LCL, 3 are injured, 3 are ruptured. It's very common and very serious injury for an athlete. Nutshell, we can talk about the dislocation. The end of the bone is displaced from the joint or moved out of its normal position within a joint, tearing, stretching the ligament, muscles, and other soft tissues. Shoulder, elbow, knee, hip, patella. Deformity will be there, swelling will be there, pain and tenderness, numbness sometimes. Seek medical attention, sometimes reduce on its own, and as early as possible is recommended. Casualty evacuation without damaging further. Splitting is required. Immobilization is required. Sometimes patella की बात कर रहे हैं हम, तो patella subluxation and dislocation is there. Many factors are responsible in patellar dislocation. You call it genu valgum, knock knee, overweight, patellar hypermobility, weak quadriceps. And Q angle is also responsible for the patellar dislocation. It may be due to direct contact or medial on medial side, and external tibial rotation with forceful quadriceps contraction. Patellar force to lateral aspect of the knee often occurs when the knee is bent and forced to twist inward. This is the mechanism how the patella dislocated. Like ACL injured when you are landing in bent position and twisting movement. Likewise, it occurs in the force to twist inward in bent position. Obvious deformity, athlete is often in distress, emergency medical services required to be called. Lateral patellar dislocation, how to reduce it? Apply medially directed force to displace the patella. Lateral to medial force is applied. Knee will naturally extend as reduction complete. That's all about my today. Dr. Vikram, I have the time of 5 to